The numbers are showing that the foreign borrowing has substantially gone up in this country. So how is this government going to manage this fiscal deficit? कर्जा माफ करेंगे महाराष्ट्र के हर किसान का. So will this government commit, because eventually that economy is not doing well. हर 1000 रुपए क्विंटल में जा रहा था, आज 1500 रुपए में प्याज आया है. आज किसान महाराष्ट्र में रो रहा है.
माननीय सदस्य श्रीमती सुप्रिया सुले जी.
Stand on behalf of the NCP-SP in support of the list of supplementary demands for grants. Sir, obviously after Madam, every budget, clearly it's evident that every department states have their own issues, challenges in implementing the budgets. So clearly this list of supplementary demands is something we all support because we do understand it's the need of the hour. And I must say that compared to the last time, this time it clearly comes far more organized because the amount is much lesser than last time. So I would compliment the entire department for being, I think, either more organized or more structured or working better, whatever it is. But we're much more satisfied than what we were the last time for the demands of grants. Right now, India, clearly because of the global scenario, I do understand India is no more an insulated economy. So we do understand that every economy which is not insulated has its own challenges. And I think we really need to put all our minds, and this entire house needs to be together in what awaits India's economy in the world scenario. Because clearly a few points which everybody earlier has said that the growth has come down to 5.4, which is clearly alarming. And I'm sure the Honorable Finance Minister is also as alarmed as we are. But clearly a decrease in consumption growth, persistent inflation, necessity of sticking to a monetary policy, the alarming lower private investments and sluggish FDIs clearly are worrying all of us. The job, I just would like to have pointed questions to the Honorable Finance Minister, because as we are elected representatives, there are a few questions. If you could kindly in our reply, reassure the nation as what steps is this government taking for job creation, given the scenario and the economy where it's going? How are you going to increase the consumption or the purchasing power right now, considering the growth has slowed down? The food and retail inflation, how are you going to reduce it? What steps are you going to take? How are you going to increase? India was always a savings economy. With the changing scenario, the global scenario, people are clearly, it's becoming a more spending economy. And there was a time where interest rates used to be at 11 and 13%, used to be double digit. Now it's come down to 6 and 7. So people are not saving as much as they do, which is going to hurt our economy in the long run eventually. And the increase in income, given this scenario and slowing down, how are incomes going to increase for the earlier questions? And how are you going, what steps, specific steps is this government going to take to increase domestic investments? Earlier, when she brought in the bill for banking, which we all supported, I even brought out an issue of the NBFCs. I would like to ask, just out of concern, that NBFCs are encouraging, they are growing. But there are a lot of deposits which people put. Is there a regulator that she has in mind for all these NBFCs? Because these are people, these NBFCs reach the last person. So it has to be regulated. So what are the checks and balances or mechanism that this government has in mind so that they all feel very safe and secure like normal banks do? So that's my first question. The other question I'd like to ask the Honorable Finance Minister is, we have a huge unorganized sector in this country. So even in today's reply, in the morning, there was a reply given by the government that they are trying to consolidate the entire unorganized sector and bring them under some protection scheme, that all the schemes that are done by the government of India are supported. It's called some 21-point program that this government has started. So if there is a huge unorganized sector, even today in India, how are you going to consolidate, and is there a timeline for it? Because today you have said you've got about 30 crore people under that scheme, which is not clearly covering all the unorganized sector. So what steps are you doing? And there has to be a timeline. I'm not taking away from the intention of the government that you really want to take everybody, which is including the gig workers, the domestic help, all these are even today unorganized. So do you have a plan to bring every Indian who fits in the unorganized sector to come into an organized sector, which will eventually help our economy? The fiscal deficit, which a lot of people have spoken about me, but I would like to ask her about is that you keep talking about a $5 trillion economy, which a size of our economy will reach $1 trillion quite easily. I don't think whether they were in power or we would reach $5 trillion economy just because of the size of our country. But if you have to look at the fiscal deficit, one way of is to print more notes. If you print more notes, clearly the inflation will go up. Tax is increasing, you're saying more people are coming in the tax. But what specific steps are you taking? Because whatever numbers are showing that the foreign borrowing has substantially gone up in this country. So how is this government going to manage this fiscal deficit the way the global scenario and India's economy slow down? How are you going to push growth? And in the current account deficit, this is another very important question because exports have gone down and imports have gone up. So if one side you have exports going down, imports are increasing. So how is this current account deficit going to be managed given the global scenario? I'm not blaming you for imports going down. I do understand, no, I'm not an economist, but I do understand that much that given the global scenario, the exports have gone down. So what steps is the government going to say? Because I think the entire reply of the Honorable Finance Minister will give the confidence to this country, which it lacks right now because of the war going on. What we hear, President Trump's administration is going on about tariffs. These things come into newspapers and it clearly affects the markets. I would like to highlight one very important point, which has alarmed me personally. The Honorable yesterday in his reply, the Honorable Prime Minister talked about an 11-point program. I welcome that 11-point program. He made one very important point in it where he said that we want zero corruption in this country. I support him wholeheartedly if he really walks the talk. My question to him is, he in 2014 had mentioned that we will work with Switzerland and bring every penny of black money which is in Switzerland back to India. I don't want to get into that 15 crore wala. I'm not getting into that. I'm saying something 15 lakh. I want to make a more serious point in this. I'm not doing a political point here at all. My point is, in the newspapers in the last few weeks, there's an issue about taxation about Nestle. I don't care whether it's Nestle. For me, Next is as X factor, as we can call it. It's not about the company, the point I'm making. We in Switzerland had a very good relationship for decades. We have worked with them. You have talked about economic issues with them, bringing black money from there, all that. So you had committed to the nation that we will work closer with Switzerland and get all that information and bring that money back to this country. My question to this government is, they were a most favored nation for Switzerland with this entire run-in with the Nestle company. And after that, when Nestle was, in 2 minutes, I'll mention, it's a very important issue. Nobody else has raised it so far, and it's really important, I feel. So in this Nestle issue, it's not about the company alone. The health minister has confirmed that the Nestle report does not show anything bad about the Nestle product. So they have given them a clean sheet in simple language. Now, if we are at loggerheads with Switzerland, they have, from the most favored nation, removed India from there. At one level, we are looking to be a global player, improving our relationships with all the countries. Then why are we not working on this double taxation issue? How are we going to get foreign investments more? How is India going to build a confidence? And Nestle is a global brand, whether we like it or not. I'm not praising a single brand. It's not about Nestle. It's about every foreign company which is looking to invest in India. And it's a win-win for both of us, for Nestle as well as us, because Nestle has a lot of companies, and most foreign companies also, when we are talking about FDIs, invest in India. They create jobs, they create wealth for Indians, and it helps the Indian economy. So what is the logic of this government, and could you kindly clarify the stand on this? Talking about agriculture, Sanjay Bhai is unfortunately not here, but he extensively talked about agriculture. I appreciate that they have started many schemes, but I would like to specifically ask this government that they have committed to a complete loan waiver, especially from the state I come from, be it soybean, be it cotton, be it milk. उनकी सरकार ने कहा था कि हम पूरा कर्जा माफ करेंगे महाराष्ट्र के हर किसान का. So will this government commit, because eventually that economy is not doing well in Maharashtra. So they have completely crossed
माननीय सदस्य
all
complete
their
करिए,
loan
please.
things. So I would like to ask the Honorable Finance Minister that in the intervention that she has made, she has promised and committed that they are going to give a lot of money for agriculture, which I welcome. But will there be a complete loan waiver? And आज ही सुबह हमारे नासिक के जो सांसद है बगरे सर, उन्होंने जो which is a combination, वो एग्रीकल्चर मंत्रालय, कॉमर्स मंत्रालय और फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर तीनों को मिलकर इसका निर्णय लेना पड़ेगा कि महाराष्ट्र में प्याज, सोयाबीन हो, दूध हो या कपास हो, बट सबसे अभी क्राइसिस चल रहा है प्याज का. सो द कॉमर्स मिनिस्ट्री ने 40% से 20% एक्सपोर्ट का टैक्स अभी लगाया है. उसके बाद पिछले हफ्ते 4,000 रुपए क्विंटल में जा रहा था, आज 1,500 रुपए में प्याज आया है. आज किसान महाराष्ट्र में रो रहा है. तो मेरी फाइनेंस मिनिस्ट्री से विनती है कि आप कॉमर्स मिनिस्ट्री और एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्ट्री से बात करें, कंसोलिडेट.
धन्यवाद धन्यवाद माननीय
कि
सदस्य
हमेशा वो कहती है
माननीय सदस्य
प्राइस
श्री नरेश महासके जी
stabilization fund. If you can intervene, then it will be of great help to us. Just two last points. You have even asked for money for census and surveys in this thing. My question, chalu hai. In this budget, now this government talks about delimitation as well as the महिला आरक्षण बिल जो आपने लाया, तो राजी खुशी हम सब ने पास किया था. माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कल उसके बारे में बोला कि बहुत अच्छी तरह इम्प्लीमेंट होगा. अगर वो 29 में इम्प्लीमेंट होना हो, तो when will this government have this census
माननीय सदस्य
delimitation?
नरेश महासके जी
Constitutions are 23 lakhs. मेरा निर्वाचन क्षेत्र आज 23 लाख. इसके बारे में अभी रेड्डी जी भी बोल रहे थे कि आज हमें 5 करोड़ रुपया मिला.
धन्यवाद.